Good morning and welcome to the October 29 edition of the Fredericksburg Standard Radio Post news broadcast. And this weekend is Halloween.
Happy Halloween, y'all!
First,
spooky season.
It is spooky season. Mm-hmm. So first off, I want to have Madeline kind of talk about Halloween things coming up this weekend and your costume.
Yeah, well, first of all, I thought that we were all wearing Halloween costumes.
Yeah.
I wanted.
What do you mean? I'm dressed up. Stressed out Astros fan.
And I just plain forgot.
He's saying he's a blueberry.
I'm a blueberry. I'm wearing all blue. If I could stand up right now, I'm wearing all blue.
My Halloween costume, I'm a news flash.
I love that.
I hope I don't have to explain it, and I hope it's not that weird. But that's my costume. But
I think it's like a solid 10 out of 10.
Yeah.
Thank you. I needed to do something news related. There are a few other options, but I thought this was the best. Anyways, a lot of churches and anyways, a lot of churches and groups and schools in the area are having trunk or treat or little fall festivals going on this weekend, and you will be able to find that in the newspaper. We have a little schedule of everything that's going on. It's also in the daily update and on our website, any of those places, and you can see, this church is having this, and this school is having this trunk or treat celebration. So that's just a good place to figure out what you're going to do for Halloween this year, the best holiday of the year by far, in my opinion. So
I think Christmas trumps it, but
no,
I'd agree.
No, Halloween wins. Comment below what you think.
So the next thing I want to talk about is the city workshop that was held on Monday, and they had talked about a new parking facility. They were authorized to go out for a grant on that. And so I think they have by Halloween to get that grant turned in, and so you can read more about the facility, where it's going to be. They also talked about some possible opportunities for some workforce housing to be developed in the area in the city. So take a look at that. It starts on the top of page 1 of the paper, and it's kind of got a little rundown about that. The next thing that I wanted to talk about was the going forward for city council meetings. City manager Kent Myers and some other city staffers are going to start talking about, they're going to start, if there's a presentation that has misinformation in it, which has happened a lot recently, they're going to try to respond to those comments after the public comment section, and just to kind of, to be able to curb some of that misinformation that's being presented out there, and just to make sure everyone has accurate information. And there's also a story about that in this week's paper. I believe it starts on on A3, but it'll be on the same page as the city council jump. And then second to lastly, I wanted to talk about sports, because there's a lot going on today.
Just in general. So, we have the usual. We have football. We have game stories on Harper and Fredericksburg, because they both played last week. For Heritage did not, but we did a podcast with Coach Tim Shipman earlier this week, and so we'll go listen to that if you want, or you can just get the quotes from the podcast in an article in this week's paper. So we've got you ready. We've got you covered for football. Volleyball. Harper finished second in District 29 2A, so they'll be playing La Pryor at Lavernia High School on Tuesday. So look forward to that. For you Lodyhorns fans, be prepared for a drive to Lavernia, because that's where they'll be playing. Fredericksburg is playing tonight against Bandera in it's basically a playoff game. They finished tied for 4th. Winner goes to the playoffs. So it's basically a wild card. Yeah. Sam will be at that one tonight, so you can get live scoring updates on our social media and his right there. And then we've got Heritage football playing tonight. It is flight night week, and Madeline is making her sports coverage debut tonight. So since I've been here. So she'll be going and taking pictures of the helicopter delivery. So for you Heritage fans, make sure to be nice to Madeline while she's out there. I will be in Taylor for Fredericksburg at the Taylor Ducks. A win today would guarantee them a spot in the playoffs, so big game for the Billy football program. And then Harper will be playing at Ozona, another team looking to secure playoffs. So lots of good stuff. We've got previews on pretty much all of those games in this week's paper. And as far as stuff that was in the paper, that was pretty. We've got cross country results. The girls ran at regions. We've got those results in this week's paper. I do want to give a shout out. I missed the name, just flat out missed it. When Valeria Ramirez finished 25th, I want to make sure we get her in there. So she congrats to her and getting that top 25 finish. And just this morning, I went and met with Coach Dan Aldrich, the head coach, and then I interviewed Taylor Grona and Ann Kopp, two of the sophomore runners. Nice. So we'll have a feature on them in next week's paper. So we're excited for that. And then we'll have live scoring updates pretty much all night tonight from football games and volleyball games, and we'll have them next week as well when playoffs start. So stay tuned. Sports is keeping busy. Also, want to throw it out there, basketball season has started. Yes. We've got a picture from the first basketball practice for girls. I plan on trying to make it out to a boys practice this week. We're firing up. We're kind of in that section where fall sports and winter sports are kind of meshing. Yep. Still got a lot of fall sports to go, though.
Yeah. So, yeah, keep a lookout for sports stories, score updates tonight, and just all things county sports. Last but not least, I wanted to talk about the two special sections that we had in the paper this week. We had our Think Pink Cancer Guide, and we also had our Hunting Guide. And that's right here. And so they're both in the paper this week. The Think Pink Guide offers some information about mammograms and some other cancers, just how to keep yourself aware, and also a couple of features about some cancer survivors. The Hunting Guide gives you all information about when hunting season starts, how to be prepared, information about where to hunt, and things like that. So definitely pick that up if you're a hunter. I know that's a big industry in Gillespie County. So definitely take a look at that. You can read it in this week's paper. You can also come to the Standard 712 West Main and pick up a copy yourself. I think that's all that I wanted to highlight. Do y'all have anything that y'all want to talk about?
Strozen 6.
Yes, Strozen 6. Anyways, my name was Sam Sutton. I was joined by
Madeline Watson.
Reed Graff.
And thank you so much for always watching, for reading, for listening, and stay tuned as we continue our coverage.
And don't forget to have a happy Halloween, guys.
Happy Halloween!
And subscribe.
Sounds good. We did it.